know many of you. I think Tracy's husband and I sit on the Benneketum Highlanders. Rick, I've met you. Know my son's a fireman in the city of Charleston. Becky, and I've met your husband many times with the Federal Reserve Bank. Kate, seen you interact for many years. Jim, you and I have been friends for many, many years. But welcome, and glad to have you all here. But with this, I know you're looking at Midland Trail, Belle, Malden, Mary Engels School. I'm here to speak to you on behalf of Belle Elementary School. The school opened in 1922 and had a major remodel and addition given to it in 1980. I'm here to say that myself, my brother, and 2 sisters went to school here. And then I have 2 daughters and a son, my wife and I, that also attended Belle Elementary. So the Fletchers have been attending school here for many years. But with that, I'm part of a couple committees here. And actually in 1980, after Superintendent Kittle was here and dedicated a new school and everything, I was actually the PTA president and built the first playground on the south side of the school. I'll say that by doing so, we also had to borrow some equipment from Walker Machinery to actually place those poles and everything in the ground and everything there. And with that, with the old school that was there, it had the old fallout shelter. Believe me, there's still a lot of concrete in the ground there, and we hit a lot of it when we were trying to place that playground equipment. Superintendent Kittle was actually my 6th grade teacher at Belgrade School, and actually took me on the school patrol trip to Washington, D.C. And after Superintendent Kittle left here and went to Harrison County, actually with my job was able to travel the state of West Virginia, stopped seeing him in Harrison County until his death. So he's been a big part of my life, throughout my years and everything. I'm a retiree of the Federal Reserve Bank of Richmond, and also worked at 3 banks here in the Valley. And so I think I know a little bit about finance, and trying to look at finance and look at populations and things like that. And then I also sit on the local board of directors here at Whitesville State Bank. With that, I understand, like I said, with the banking, finance, and everything, and you said we were looking at population. And looking at that population, I do agree that West Virginia and surrounding communities have seen shrinkage, and we do continue to see some of that. But looking at the population over the past 4 or 5 years at Belle Elementary School, with things that are out on the state education website, we've seen a change from 263 students in 2018 and 19 to 2,077 in 2023-24. So the student population in just those few years have increased, not decreased. This community has always rallied around our elementary school, and the community has been built around our school. Things that Belle offers that other school areas I don't think have is the community and business support. We have 3 daycares operating right here within the Belle area that depend on making business work and everything for them. And they're the Hills Daycare, which Danny Hill was an old coach and teacher at DuPont and Riverside. We've got the Children's Palace, and we've got Country Kids Daycare. We've got police department on duty during the hours of school opening and closing, and they actually come in and sit down by the school every day, Monday through Friday. And so we think that's a plus, to us. Our crime is low. And you can see some of the problems occurring. Mr. Boggs and some of the people that are down there that are on some of the DuPont City sites, say that there is some problems down in the area. And we're kind of worried about that, having the kids and safety and things like that. We also want to point out about the fire department. And besides being the mayor, I was elected the fire chief here in Belle, so I'm currently the fire chief also here in Belle. And a few weeks ago, we've had 75 to 80 kids here at the fire department for Fire Prevention Week. And not only this past week, but also this week too, we're having some more. As I pointed out, we have a local bank here in town, post office, And again, point out that the local community and business support has always been here in Belle, along with many churches, and always welcome the children in for functions here in town. We've also donated town hall each year for dances, graduation, and I think everything's gone pretty well, with those things being right here in the area. We talked about playgrounds, and I talked to you about, building that first playground after the 1980 extension and everything was put on the addition. And, being able to say that, we're pretty proud to be, a big impact here at the schools and everything else. From that, another item I actually look at is the safety of the school and its students. When the winter weather sets in, we have snow, even sometimes if school starts and then dismisses. We have our street crews out cleaning the streets. Okay.
The 6 minutes is going to run out.
Almost done.
Okay.
And the school cleaned up. The other things, moving the school to DuPont City, is that there's 2 underpasses there, and sometimes they flood with large rain events. But we've got actually a couple ingress and egresses out of Belle, in and out of Belle, that we think is another plus. I'd also just like to suggest, and just looking at some of the numbers, thinking that maybe there's an option here to move Midland Trail to Belle. And maybe look at that and still maintain Belle Grade School, Belle Elementary. The reputation of the school here in Belle has always been great. There's been adequate housing, and yes, we've had some dilapidated structures, and we have actually torn down about 18 homes around Belle. So we do have some building lots that are available for some people to build. To quote Dr. Williams' opinion in the newspaper, says he wants to keep our community schools. We want smaller class sizes, and we do not want to close schools and know this is detrimental to communities. He says we've lost many students over the county, but Belle alone has lost 11 students from 2019 and 20 to 23 and 24. Last thing, I'd like to point out items from Senator Mike Stewart and Senator Rupi Phillips' letter that are concerned about the practical focus of our students. We've lived in the midst of a great health crisis, opioid and COVID and everything else. We ask that you do not impact Belle Elementary School and that you do not consolidate Belle Elementary School for the sake of the community.
Mayor Fletcher, thank you so much.
Thank you all.